What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Breakdown. Today we are hopping into Wolverine issue number 10. I hope you guys are ready for today. Wolverine issue number 10 is going to be a lot of fun. Wolverine has been dealing with one hell of a mess. But after receiving a letter from his long-dead mother, apparently alive, apparently in trouble, Wolverine travels to the old Howlett estate. He goes there looking for answers. But that's when he's ambushed by Wendigo and Harpoon, two members of the original Marauders. Quickly dispatching his foes, Logan begins to piece together what's going on. That's when he detects the scent of his greatest enemy, a man he killed himself, the one and only Sabretooth. With that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, we're picking up with Wolverine making his way inside the Howlett estate. Now he's done recon before. He's dealt with murder cases and murder hideouts before. But today is different. Tonight, the murderer he is hunting is the meanest, bloodthirstiest son of a gun that he has ever crossed paths with. And the hideout is his childhood home. Sabretooth is hands down Wolverine's worst enemy, held up somewhere in this crumbling estate. Somewhere, though he's supposed to be dead. Wolverine killed him with his own hands. He's been led here by a letter from his mother who killed herself over 100 years ago. So tonight is definitely different. As he makes his way inside, the smells, the sights, all of this, it overwhelms his senses. It almost becomes too much to bear. The truth is, this is causing Wolverine to be a mess. Familiar scents compelling him down a hallway, but it's more than that. Sight isn't really our first sense. When we're born, we can't see properly. It's all about scent from the very beginning. He can smell his mother's scent. It's so hypnotic, so unignorable, that he didn't even smell or sense the dude coming up from behind him. With crowbar in hand, he hits Wolverine in the back of the head. The same local anti-mutant dude from the bar. Logan's thinking to himself, what the hell is this guy doing here? But he's here because Sabretooth made him. Took the sister hostage. Told him that if you don't go in there and attack him, then I'll kill your sister. And Sabretooth knew this guy wasn't gonna do anything. This is Sabretooth just toying with him, playing with him, letting him know, I've been following you. I've been on your trail. I've been keeping tabs on you. Somehow, Sabretooth is masking his scent, playing a game of cat and mouse in here. He knows that Sabretooth is just relishing in this. He loves every single moment of it. Walking through these old hallways, he can't help but think, I wonder what my mother would think of me now. That maybe this is a part of why he's always been so angry. Tonight, he might actually get to find out. As he makes his way upstairs, he finds that sister, that young girl that had been kidnapped in his mother's gown. Etched into the wall, it says, your fault. And if that wasn't enough, this is when two ghosts appear before him. Two very recognizable ghosts. John Howlett and Thomas Logan. John Howlett, the patriarch of this estate, the man he thought was his father for most of his childhood, was shot to death by Thomas Logan, the groundskeeper, his biological father, the first man Logan ever killed. Both of these gentlemen died on the same night over 100 years ago, neither of them having a scent. Sabretooth didn't just come back from the dead, he brought company. When Wolverine tries to strike, he passes right through him, and though he can't touch them, they grab hold of him. But whatever these things are, he can't make them let go. They begin to suck out his life force. His life being taken out of his body, sapped out of him, faster than it can heal itself. Crying out to his mother, he apologizes. And then they hear a voice from the other room, a voice calling out, begging not to hurt him, to show mercy, that he is my only living son. Both Thomas and John, they back off, and Wolverine barely notices them vanishing. He's too focused on that voice. It is silent, but there is no mistake, even if he hasn't heard it in over a century. Thinking of all this time what he might say to her. But when he flings that door open and he sees his mother, he cannot find any words at all. breaking her free of her shackles. He sees that this is no ghost. This is flesh and blood. This is his mother right before him. As he begins to get his mother out of here, the light switch is hit. Absolute darkness. And then he catches his scent. Sabretooth is in the room. Sabretooth slashes. Wolverine counters. With the lights coming back on, Sabretooth says that I owe you a death. And tonight, I'm gonna pay you back double. As Sabretooth towers over Wolverine's mother, he plans to open up the bellies of both of them. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This issue was short and rather disappointing. We knew that Sabretooth was gonna be here. And you're gonna tell me that we went through this whole comic for him to just show up and not fight him. I hate filler comics. God, I hate them. Filler comics just seem like a waste to me. Like, if you were just going to write some dialogue and get to this point, why couldn't you have just made last month's issue a little bit bigger? Like, I want to really understand, like, the dynamic that goes behind the thinking of this. Last issue, you could have had him showing up to the estate, taking on Harpoon, taking on Vertigo, getting into the house, and then confronting Sabretooth. All of that could have been done in one comic. Instead, we want to try to span this story arc over 5 issues, when really it maybe needed 2 or 3. And then you gotta wait a whole month just to get the story. Just to get the same story from last month with a little more detail. Aside from that small gripe that I have with it, this does really go into how Logan really hasn't focused on his mother in a long time. He hasn't thought about her in a long time. How she's here, how the ghosts are here, how Sabretooth is here. I'm really looking forward to how the writer is going to answer these questions. Because Sabretooth had been diced up by the Muramasa blade. It's supposed to stop his healing ability, stop him from being able to grow back again. So how the hell is he back here? How is his mother still alive? Why is Sabretooth playing this game with her, using her as bait, and what the hell are those ghosts doing here, adhering to the commands of Wolverine's mother? None of it makes sense. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with the new Wolverine comics. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.